I found myself on the sunny coast and I was feeling great when I saw a busker playing there at Kawana Lake. Bring your mates, for your mates, beers and love music while you're filling up your plates. October is a date, from the 30th to 31st we gonna rock the place. Love is the theme and we'd love to see your face at Buskers by the lake, at Buskers by the lake, at Buskers by... My name is Kieran Nix, a journalist from the University of the Sunshine Coast. My passions are the coast, music, and love. And Behind Buskers by the Lake combines all three things. So come down, get to know the acts at the festival, get to know a bit about yourself. Welcome to Loveland 2021. Sari Abbott, hello. Thank you for coming on to Behind the Buskers by the Lake podcast.
Yeah, anytime. Happy to be here.
It's only, 3 days away now?
Yes, very, very close.
Yeah, at the time of filming, are you excited for it?
Yes, very excited. I'm so excited. It's been, because it didn't obviously happen last year, it's been a whole year, so I'm very excited to get back there. Yeah,
and this isn't your first event with Buskers, I understand.
No, I think, what was it now? Was it 2019? 2019 was my first one, down in the Gold Coast, and it was so much fun.
Yeah. So how long have you been making music if you've been performing for that long?
I started, we'll go from the beginning. I started singing when
take it right back.
Very little. Don't even remember. I think singing lessons started at 9. Started learning how to play the guitar at 14 with one of my good mates, Taylor Moss. But started writing songs pretty much since I met her. My first song was when I was 12. And I didn't know what to write about, writing a song. So pretty much been just doing stuff. Started gigging a bit more at like 15, 16. Now I'm trying to gig at least twice a week, but still going through school. So just doing what I can.
It's a massive workload because you're doing school still and also chasing the performing career. How do you balance those two things?
I find it, because most gigs are only like 2 to 3 hours on, your Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, I can pretty much do my work during the week, excluding other events that I do during the week. Well, can't do anymore. Did a bit of a knee injury, but that's another story. But I pretty much try and do my schoolwork during the week, and during the day I have a few extra study blocks, nice and boring, but and then I have plenty of time on the weekend to just do my gigs, have fun, enjoy it, and not worry about my schoolwork.
Yeah. So do you feel like music's a good release for you then?
Yeah, definitely. I love just when you're playing a song and someone walks past and they're singing along, or a little kid comes and dances in front of you. It's the best feeling. Sometimes I'm not always into it. I might be stressing about something school related or something else related, but as soon as I start playing, I just love listening to the guitar and making other people enjoy the music.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. What's your plan with the music after you finish school and have more time?
I would love to obviously record more music and just write songs, but mostly just continue gigging for now. I want to get a few things up my sleeve, like a few degrees in law and business, which I think can help me along the road of doing a music career. It's good to have background knowledge on both of those things, as running a business is kind of like, it's kind of like running your own little business, doing gigs and stuff, booking yourself. So need to learn a bit more about that, but obviously can't really plan to hit big in the music industry, so just keep doing what I can and making people enjoy it. So
yeah, keep having fun. But I think those background skills, as you said, they're super important, because you never know when they'll come in handy. And with the journalism, I do a bit of music myself, and I'd never thought that journalism would help with that. I thought I was doing journalism because I couldn't make music a job.
Yeah.
But they just mesh before you even know it.
Yeah, it's great. Even there's so many things I've started to think about. I wanted to first of all do criminal law, but now I think of all contracts and everything within the music industry, and you're still sticking near it and being able to play those gigs on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or during the week, but you're also doing that side of it where you're helping other people that are maybe new to the industry, or going into different contracts and stuff, and being able to have that knowledge is not only helpful for yourself but helpful for other people that need it.
And that's it. I think if artists support artists, if people are getting help from someone who understands
Yeah.
and isn't trying to take advantage, they'll just create a stronger music scene in general.
Yeah, well, everyone's, I've heard so many stories of people that have had things happen to them, and it really does suck when you've, built something up and then something happens and it just kind of falls apart. So to be able to have the knowledge and be able to help someone to have that not happen with that negative experience, I think would be a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good mindset to have going into the industry. What have you recorded at the moment? Have you got many recordings out?
I've got 3 songs out now. My first one, which was when I was 12, about writing a song. That one's called Do It Again. They're all on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, SoundCloud even. God, I don't even know how many platforms there are now. I'm a bit slow with technology. But yeah, that one, Let Me Go is another one. And what other one have I got out? On My Mind. That one's about, I've got all these pictures in my room, so that one's about looking at those. But got one coming next month on the 19th, so I'm pretty keen for that one. That one's about the ocean, so I feel like a lot of people on the sunny coast can relate to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, just got a few in the making and always looking to write new songs about new experiences, so lots more in the future.
Yeah, that's it. You can't tell what you'll write about because art is just an expression of yourself. And yeah, as you get older, there'll be other things to write about.
Exactly.
What does the ocean mean to you? Is that a big part of your life?
Yeah, well, I live in Sunrise Beach and pretty much grew up, going most mornings to the beach with the dogs. And I just really find it as a place where I can just relax. I can, strip off, go in the water and just refresh a bit from whatever's going on. Like, even today I had my exam and I was a little bit worried about it after, but not completely. Just went to the beach with the dog, had a swim, and I was fine again. Like, it's just a place where I feel safe because I've kind of grown up there, so it's a place where I can just release.
Yeah, it has healing powers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Even if you got a cold, I feel like
definitely.
jumping in the ocean.
Gets rid of it, just disappears. It's crazy. Oh, I do that all the time.
What are doctors for? We don't even need them.
Just go in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another question I had was, you're still at school. I think it's amazing the courage to release music at school, because personally I don't think I could have done it. What are your classmates like, and are they supportive with it?
They're pretty supportive. Like, most of my close mates, one of my friends knows every single word to one of my songs, and whenever it comes on he has a little sing along. So it's great. And because with this new song coming out, a heap of my friends have said, like, how can I pre-save it, how can I get it on Spotify and everything. So it's great to be able to have that support. They're kind of always conscious of when my gigs are and competitions and stuff, and checking my social media. So they've been really supportive when it comes to releasing music. As even when I have songs from when I'm younger, they're still like, that's really cool that you would be able to do that. So yeah.
Yeah. Are you still making songs with Taylor?
She moved to Brisbane, so not as much, but yeah, I did I think 5 songs with her, which I love, but I'd like to do a few more in the future. I think I just got to catch up with her. We always seem to do something whenever we catch up, so hopefully something comes from next time.
Yeah, some people just bring out the creativity, that's the same. I've got some mates and it just happens. You don't even have to force it. Yeah. What makes you feel creative? What inspires you to write?
At the moment, I've just had a few, I used to write on things that kind of not annoyed me, but one of my songs called Be You, I'll Be Me, and it was just an experience that I had where it was someone didn't agree with me, and I was like, okay, you be you and I'll be me, everyone has their own way of doing things, I guess. And I don't know, it kind of, songs come in different times. One song, Let Me Go, I just come back from one of my friends from primary school, it was her funeral, and I just had this, it was a bit of a sad story, but I had this line stuck in my head, which was, can you let me go? And I just kept singing it over and over, I was cleaning my room, just singing it, and I was like, oh, I've got to write a song from this. So and that didn't end up being about her necessarily, but just different experiences, different things happen. Some things happen with relationships in your life, and I don't know, I don't really have a specific thing. It just kind of comes from nowhere, or I'll just sit in my bed and I'm like, I'm going to write a song about this because this is annoying me, or this is making me happy, so I'm going to write a song about it. So just anytime I really get inspiration from just random things in my life, it kind of just pops into my head, and I just got to write as much as I can while it's still there.
Yeah, you just capture the feeling and put it into song. What's the music making process like? Do you write the song first and then play around with the instrument? Or do you go with the instrumental and then put lyrics to it?
Yeah, it always changes a bit. Like sometimes when I was writing stuff with Taylor, she kind of used to do chords and then a bit of a melody, like just humming and stuff, and then words. But sometimes, I don't know, I've done a few like that, but sometimes like songs will come to me and it'll be like the lyrics first, like that song that I was just talking about. And then you've got to kind of try and find the chords that match the same key as well, which is a bit of a harder process, but it's a bit more raw when it's like that, because it's just what you're thinking and you're not trying to create a song, it just like happens. But yeah, it's so different, it's so hard. I'm probably the most I just do everything completely different every single time, so but it works for me, so yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. I feel like if the more different ways you do it, you will find that way that works every time. Yeah, and that's when I suppose an artist finds their sound.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep doing what you're doing, and eventually, like I've already learnt so much from just doing things over and over, and like I haven't been able to do too much songwriting because school's always in the back of my mind, but like once I kind of get out of school, I feel like I'm just going to find a system that works for me, and obviously no one has the same kind of system, but like if it works, it works.
That's it. It's my last week of uni too, so I'm keen for that to be over. But I feel like, when you got time to just relax, that's when the music comes. Yeah. How would you describe your style?
Oh God, this is something that I never know how to describe. All my songs are so different. Like I've kind of got like a singer-songwriter. There's a little bit of country in there with the acoustic guitar, but also in some songs a little bit pop, a little bit folk. Like I don't know. I try not to put myself in one genre because I love listening to like I listen to pop in the car, I listen to R&B. Sometimes I just rock out to Luke Combs with country, or other times I'm just can't stop listening to John Butler Trio. So just like whatever. I don't like to, label one thing. I'd love to be able to play everything if I could, but I guess I only kind of label my music after I've like written something, or a certain type of gig might be more country or something, but I don't know, it kind of just comes as a song comes or as a gig goes. So yeah.
That's the best way to do it too, to keep an open mind. Not block anything out because you want to fit a certain mold. Just see what happens.
Do what you do.
Yeah. And then obviously you've been making music for a long time, and we've got your mother Kim here as well. Has your family inspired you to make music? Have they been a big help in the journey?
They've been very helpful. There have been many times when I'm sitting on the couch and I just cannot find a line, and then mum or dad will yell out like, what about this? And it just works. Like there's so many lines in my music that dad has just been like cooking in the kitchen and said, you can do this. Like my new song Ocean, he actually came up with a heap of lines in that song, and he always tells me, I think because he played a part in it, he'll be out in the surf and he's just singing there, singing Ocean. So yeah, they've been a big help with my music, and sometimes I won't feel like doing a bit of music, and then they'll be like, come on, pick up your guitar and like try write a song or something. So that really helps, and it, I don't know, inspires me, I guess, to do stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, that support's amazing too, and it'll push you so far, having close family support. Yeah. About Buskers by the Lake this Saturday, Sunday, have you got your set prepared?
No, I haven't. I'm actually planning on writing my set tonight.
Ooh.
But on the car, I learnt I'm on the Flower Power stage. So if you're coming down, feel free to come to the Flower Power stage.
Yep.
Might have to sing a few songs about flowers. But yeah, this Saturday, I don't know. I'm not a very organised person. I kind of just get there. Sometimes I'll even get there and I'll check the vibe of what's going on everywhere else, and I'll like change my set completely. Or sometimes I'll get there, I'll bring my 3-hour set list, 4-hour set list, and then just chuck it on the ground and then pick out songs as I go, like testing what the crowd kind of likes to hear. But yeah, I don't know. I think my plan is for this one just to write something, and then obviously I've always got those other songs in the back of my head so I can just pull from them when I need them.
Yeah, so we'll be hearing a few originals
Yeah,
at the
definitely.
festival that have never been heard before.
Or a few. There's one that's never been heard before, but most of them I've started playing just at a few gigs. But yeah, to a big crowd, definitely.
Yeah. What's it like? Are you a bit nervous when you get on stage, or are you completely calm?
I used to get quite nervous, and then I did a few things at my school in front of the whole school, and then from then on the nerves kind of just went out the window, because I don't know, like obviously when I'm in front of a big crowd I get a little bit nervous before I go on stage and stuff, but as soon as I get on stage just with my guitar, it just feels like I'm sitting in my room again, or I'm sitting down in the junction playing a gig, which I don't know, it's kind of like my safety net. Just having my guitar and being able to play the music, and as soon as I start playing, all the nerves kind of just leave my body, because I know that, you know, I got this, I play this song all the time, like I can do it, I wrote this song. So yeah, I don't know, I get nervous probably before, but once I'm there I feel in my happy place.
Yeah, that's it. And just backing yourself, knowing that your body will take over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you've got it down pat. And then playing in front of a school, a high school, that's probably the toughest audience you could
yeah.
play in front of.
Definitely, yeah. That kind of just made my nerves go out the window. I did that a few times and I was like, okay, I'm good now. It's obviously a bit, I don't know, everyone's always supportive, but it's always confronting, especially when there's so many people of different ages and like teachers. But yeah, that really helped, I guess.
Yeah. Has the school been good with supporting your music?
Yeah, they've been really good. I didn't actually go through the music program at school, but I still do some stuff outside of school, like we're in a band Soul Collective, which is really cool, and that's helped me so much with just like my singing side, because I don't play in that, and like harmonies, like learning how to balance your tones with other people, like that's been so great. And they've always been very supportive, putting stuff in a newsletter, like when I'm doing something, or just even coming up to me, like my principal comes up to me and he's like, when are you playing like down at Majimbo at High Tide next, because he lives down that way, and he's like, oh, I've got to come down one time. Like they're always so supportive. My deputy principal, I play on a footy team with her, but she's like, oh, when are you going here? I'll bring the girls down, like the team down, and we'll all come listen. Like everyone's really, even if it's not like as a whole, every individual person and teacher is always like, you know, wondering what I'm doing next or where they can see me play. So that's really great, and I found that really helpful with like my support, because I know someone wants to listen to me, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, that's it. As long as there's one person,
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always going to be someone that loves it. Yeah. What is your favourite show you've played so far?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to say a few weeks ago I played at the Caloundra Music Festival. Yeah, that was awesome. Like, it was, I think I played from 12 till 1 or 12:45, or a bit later maybe, 1 to 1:45, one of those times. But it was kind of, everyone had just started walking in, and just usually at my gigs it's like my friends and family come down, or like, you know, some other friends of mum and dad come down, so I know the people there, but just to have people come down, and I had a little mosh pit going, like some of my friends, but some random people that I didn't even know, and I was playing all of my originals, and for like people to come down and be able to enjoy my music, even if I've never met them before, like, I don't know, I've never really had people before come and, you know, dance to my own song if it's not like my friends and family, so I just thought that was such a cool experience, having people come down and go, I love this song, and like film it on their phone. Like it was just great to know that like your music connects to people and not just like yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a massive event. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it was awesome.
huge.
So awesome. We went for the 3 days, and just even like I'm so used to going to places and just playing straight away, And I was on the Sunday, so we had the Friday and we got to watch John Butler. Then we had the Saturday with Ballpark. Then I got to play on the Sunday, and then Xavier Rudd finished off. So it was awesome. I was just loving it, walking up the hill to my hotel and then coming back down. It was so much fun just to be able to stay there and enjoy other people's music and not have to worry about my set the whole time.
Yeah. Did you get a bit of backstage access?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I had a few VIP passes. I think Mum got one, Dad got one, and my boyfriend got one. So we kind of, took them off the wrist and gave them to a few friends and got out the back. But didn't meet anyone particularly famous. Like, we were trying to mysteriously run into Xavier Rudd. But that's okay. Might happen one day.
Well, that's it. If you keep playing the festivals, it's
Yeah.
bound to happen.
Yeah.
If you keep, opening up those doors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, making those connections.
Yeah, making the connections. Even if you don't really know someone's act, just have a chat to them.
Yeah. And it's a good taste of the music industry on a bigger scale, I suppose.
Oh yeah, like I've done so much stuff kind of in the country industry. Like I went to the Tamworth Academy, been to the Tamworth Country Music Festival, and there's a really good group of like teenagers in that industry. And we all kind of, we've all got our Cole Clark acoustic guitars, and, you can really relate to those people because it's such a great industry. But then to go to something like Caloundra Music Festival where there's like, people my age and they're rocking out on electric guitars or smashing the drums, like it's so great to meet people that still have the same interest in music, but it's not one specific genre, like it's another specific genre. So it's like great to be able to talk to them, and they've got like different ideas about their music. So it's been really helpful in kind of developing the way I do different things because there's so many different ideas coming from all kinds of genres.
Yeah, and just using them to improve yourself, I suppose.
Yeah.
Ideas that you might never have even thought of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Talking big picture, this might be a difficult question, but no limits, what would your goal in the next 10 years be with music?
I would honestly just love to, like I love performing, but I would just love to be able to write songs that people all around the world can connect to, because I don't know about you guys, but I love the feeling when I'm in a car, like just blasting this song and, it just feels like they're talking about you and you can just sing it at the top of your lungs, like something that someone can relate to so much, and it feels like it's almost talking about their own life. Like I love that feeling, and I want to give other people that feeling, like if it's happiness, if it's sadness, like if it's hope, anything. I'd just love to be able to connect to people, even like, not knowing them, not close friends, not friends or family, like people all across the world that are, just enjoying your music. That's ultimate dream.
Yeah. And it's highly likely, I think, if you keep writing, yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
And it's such a powerful art form, and it's so beneficial for the world because when you, as you said, people can relate. When you hear somebody else is going through the same problem, it just makes that problem a little bit easier to deal with.
Music is almost healing. Like you can go into a car feeling sad or angry or grumpy, and then listen to a good song and sing your heart out, and then you get out and you're refreshed and you're ready to do whatever you're going to do. So like it almost has healing powers in that way. So that's something I can aim to for my music.
Yeah. And then before the interview we were talking about, you've got 6 months off at the start of next year. What are you hoping to do with those 6 months?
I'm planning to save a bit of money up. So I want to obviously continue doing my gigs. I'm going to have so much more time to go to the beach, write songs, hang out with my dog. Love my dog. You can find her on Instagram, Ginger the Kelpie.
Ginger the Kelpie,
yes, she's a legend. But just a bit of time to myself. I've done, everyone's done so much schooling. It's like 13 years. Just a bit of time, like 6 months in your lifespan of schooling is nothing. So a bit of time to refresh, just have a bit of time to yourself. Hang out with your mates, travel, experience things, write about them, play more gigs, play more festivals hopefully, and just learn more about my music and who I want to be as an artist, I guess.
That's such a good idea too, because I went straight to uni out of year 12 and I didn't know what I was doing. I just went to uni because I thought I had to. Yeah. And then the path I'm on now is completely different. If I'd had a bit of time, who knows,
Even my path could change, but I don't know, I guess you kind of figure that out. I'm hoping to figure a bit of stuff out during those 6 months, and something might happen or something might not. So it's just all about the experience and getting there, and yeah.
Yeah, and putting it into music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Writing it in words.
Yeah. So Saturday
Yes, Saturday.
at Buskers by the
I'm
Lake.
going to have to ask my mum exactly what time. 3:45. Flower
3:45.
Power stage.
Yeah. What are you thinking for costume? Have you got a good costume lined up?
I kind of picked that 5 minutes before I leave.
Yeah.
So I'm sure my brain in the future has thought of something, but not at this stage. I've always got my go-to comfy clothes and, flowy dresses, just something. I feel like it's going to be a bit hot on Saturday, so maybe something nice and cool. But yeah, something that's comfy to sit down and watch other musos in. Something I can't get too much food on when I eat. Just a bit of a grub sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah, there'll be heaps of good international food there as well, I've heard.
That's something I'm always excited for. Festivals, anything. The food. Got to go to the food carts.
Yeah. And then it'll also be a great opportunity you were talking about at Tamworth meeting people.
Yeah.
And there's going to be so many other young artists there. We've spoken to a lot of artists around your age or my age, like young artists who are just starting at the same position as well. So it'll be a great networking opportunity.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I know a few people that are going down from the country industry, but just to be able to meet a few other people that are my age, and even if I don't meet them, just watch a bit of their music for a bit and just see what they're doing. Like, it's so beneficial to your own music when you watch someone else play. So, yeah.
And we haven't really spoken about busking yet, but has busking been a big part of your music so far?
Yeah, well, I used to busk pretty much every Saturday at the Yamundi markets.
Yep.
I had this little spot on the driveway up to the original markets, and I used to love it. Like, I'd just stand there. Poor massage ladies and the people getting massaged had to listen to me. But you know what? I probably got better over the a few years that I did there. But yeah, I've always loved busking. Like, even at some of my gigs, I still do a bit of busking. And it's great. Like, people just come along and they dance. Like, they're not necessarily in a restaurant, so they feel like they can just have a bit of a boogie. But yeah, I feel like when you're busking, everyone's so much more supportive of you because they're like, oh, she's putting herself out there, like she hasn't been asked to play here, like she's doing it because she wants to do it. So that's something that's really helped me, like, build a set list, build confidence, and be able to play in front of people. Like, I guess it's a great place to start because people are kind of just walking past, so you're not necessarily playing to all these people that are like looking at you straight away. Like, you're able to just play and they can have a listen as they walk past, drop in a coin or whatever. But like, just being able to start and not have all that focus on you is great for, like, building who you want to be and like writing your songs and everything.
Yeah, that's it. It's the best way to blow someone's mind. Like, when someone's just going about their day and they hear an amazing bit of music, that's something they'll remember for a week, up to a month, forever. Yeah.
I love it. I'll be walking around town or something and I see a busker and it just makes you stop for a minute. Like, you might be, oh my God, I've got to get here and do this and then go do this. And then you hear a bit of music and then you just walk over and you're able to just sit for a second and listen. And it's like, once again, it's like, just you kind of restart in a way and you're like, okay, I can do it after, like, I can chill for a second, and it just is so calming. Like, it's it's like medicine. Music is medicine.
Yeah, music in the ocean, that's all you need.
Yep.
Yep. How long have you been in Sunrise? Your whole life?
Yeah, my whole life, 18 years there. I've seen a lot of things happen, but I still love going to the beach. We've got some new stairs, that's always great. New shower. I think we've actually got, this is something interesting that you probably didn't want to know, but our shower, they rate all the showers along the sunny coast.
On the sun, really? Yeah.
And our shower's got really good ratings because it hasn't got a push button. So that's something I'm always proud about from Sunrise. But yeah, I love the area. I love how close it is to everything. Being able to just drive down to the junction, which is 5 minutes away, and there's so many venues where you can play music, and then Hastings Street just over the hill, like so many venues where you can play music. Like it's a great spot to be, and then you've got like the industrial areas with the breweries and stuff. So like it's such a central place, especially for a musician, to meet musicians, to play gigs, and just to, you know, watch music. There's so much music around.
I think Noosa's really developing the live music scene.
Yeah, so much. Yeah.
Probably even since I turned 18 in the last 4 years. I went to a gig at Z Pickle the other night. Yeah. That blew my mind. Didn't even, someone said, oh, this is KFC, or this was KFC.
Yeah, it was, I know, it's crazy to think, like I remember when it was KFC, and now I play gigs at Z Pickle, and it's such a cool little venue. Like they've got I love that they've even got a little room out the back, and they have some bands
through the fridge door.
Yeah, well, it's pretty funny, but yeah, they're so cool there. Like there's so many. I think every Friday night they've got musos from like 5 to 7 or 4:30 to 6:30, like, you know, up and down the street. And that's so cool. Like I play a few of those, and then you can kind of wander over to someone else, and that really brings people to the junction, not only like to, you know, come eat their dinner, but to listen to music. So it's been really good for the development of music within Noosa. So,
within the community, yeah. And that's it, getting young people involved and
I
keep
think
making music.
Oh, one place that does it, Mr. Drifter, they've even got an open mic night on the Thursday. And so many people go down there, and there's like, you know, people. One of the guys that I used to go to school with, he was a bit younger. I think he's in year 7. Like he plays there, and it's just so cool. Like they've got people from, you know, 12 years old to like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds just playing there, and everyone's, you know, sitting around enjoying the music, and then you've got a whole nother night the next night. So that's really been great to kind of like get people started, especially with open mic nights like that, and then eventually go on to playing a gig like the next night, which is awesome.
I've got another hypothetical question for you. If you could, I was going to say if you could support anybody, but if you could have anybody support you on a tour, who would you pick?
Oh, that's almost unanswerable. Oh, who would I say? You know what? I've always loved John Butler. Love his guitar skills. Love how he is with the audience. I'd have to say, like, to have him play with me, and, you know, even like you'd learn so much from someone like that, and how to talk to a crowd, how to like. He just has this ability to make everyone present, and like. When we're at Caloundra, there was probably like 500 people like in the mosh pit and the pit behind, and literally everyone was just dead silent. Like he just captivates everyone so much so like to be able to learn from someone like that speaks so much through his music, and, you know, obviously incredible guitar skills, incredible vocals. Like I think that'd be something very awesome. I'd love to have him. Yeah,
get the tips and tricks from him, because he's been in the industry forever as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, the music industry in Australia, you can't just make it by having people stream your music. You need the live side too, so you need to be, engaging.
Be present and engage with people, I, like, obviously love listening to music just in the car and on Spotify and stuff, but when you're actually there, it's such a different experience, like, listening to a song of John Butler's in the car compared to being there, you know, with him on stage, the lights on him, like, it's so captivating, and it just, you know, once again, it just stops you in time, gives you time to just, like, chill for a second, and it's so amazing, like, what that can do.
Yeah, and there'll be people all around Australia saying that about you one day. I'm sure.
I hope so,
They will manifest it, And we'll see you on Saturday at the Flower Stage. This Saturday, Buskers by the Lake. We'll edit this one real quick and chuck it up so everybody can watch it before the weekend.
Cool.
Yeah, but I think...
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, any other things you'd like to say? Anybody you'd like to shout out?
Just, you know, me mum for driving me here. She's probably going to drive me there on the weekend too.
Yeah.
No,
drive yourself.
I forgot I'm a P-plater. No, not really. Just come down, support everyone. Like, no one in particular. Just come down and watch some live music and have a listen, and, you know, listen to people's originals. Listen to the way they play their music, because it's such a great experience. Yeah,
it all helps out, and it pushes music forward on the Sunshine Coast, which is what we're all about. Sari Abbott, thank you for coming on Behind Buskers by the Lake.
Anytime.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Behind Buskers by the Lake was brought to you by the tireless and hardworking team of USC students, Victoria, Frida, Shandon, Fiona, Phoebe, and myself, Kieran. Also with the support of our hardworking tutors and USC staff, Lachlan and Andy. And of course, with thanks to the festival organiser and her family, Cindy Jensen and the Jensens. At Buskers by the Lake. At Buskers by the Lake. Buskers by the Lake.